Hey everybody, so I've been asked a few times about pizza because I make all my pizza at home. So I figured, got my new light, that's what I'll make my video on. I will show you my pizza. Not anything too exciting. I buy these, comes in usually three, 1, 2, 3, and then the recipe for it is on the back. It's really easy. You don't have to let it sit. Mine's been sitting a little bit because I was getting everything set up. But all it is like a cup of flour, whole thing of yeast, some sugar, some salt, hot water, and oil, and that's it. And then you get kind of this. I did add an extra 1/4 cup of flour because otherwise it just sticks everywhere. But you get like this, and you're gonna knead it for like 3-4 minutes, and that's it. And then you have an amazing pizza crust. That's what it's called, pizza crust. I do have like the already bagged ones, but I find this, it rolls out really nice, and it tastes so much better. It just tastes fresh. It tastes like you have fresh pizza. Also, I will be using my large white round stone. That's what I use for pizza all the time. I want to say it's probably 12 inches for what size, pizza it's going to be. And all I put on it is cornmeal, straight cornmeal. I just take out a little bit, sprinkle it on, spread it all around, and that's it. I don't oil the stone, I don't do anything. Just a little teeny tiny bit of cornmeal, and that's it. So, I haven't kneaded my dough yet. Whoops, and I'm using the pastry mat. I love this. So if you wet your counter a little bit, the mat does not move. It's one of my favorite things. So there's the dough. If you don't have our bamboo spoons, I also love these as well. I love them for mixing dough. I don't know why, but I do. So there's that, and I'm gonna have some extra, add some flour, and then we're just gonna knead it. For not long, just a little bit. And then we're gonna roll it out. I'm gonna show you the marble rolling pin, which is one of my favorites. It's just the weight of it works for you, so you don't have to hardly do anything, especially with this dough. When I was doing like the pre-packaged dough where all you did was like add water, those ones took me forever to roll out, forever, and it was like a workout. This is not. So I just keep adding flour until it gets to about, first off, non-sticky, so it's not sticking to my hands. And in the recipe here, they say to use 1 3/4 to 2 1/4 cup of flour. So when you make it, like when I mixed it up in the bowl there, I only used 1 1/4 cups. So then I just keep adding until I'm happy with the consistency. But see how my mat's not moving? It is, seriously, you guys, an amazing mat. Amazing. It's one of my favorite purchases, and it was one of those moments where I was like, why didn't I not buy this way sooner? It worked great for cookies. I made biscuits the other day that were, they were a super, like it was a wet batter. So it was nice to have this down, and I could just keep packing it all in. No, I'm not going to be like throwing the dough up in the air to make it like, bigger. I'm not that talented. Sorry. This is not a PC recipe, Roxanne. This is, I showed it at the beginning. So I buy these, which I know it's backwards, sorry, packets of yeast for pizza crust, and I use their recipe on the back. And I don't think I've ever even known that Pampered Chef has a recipe, truthfully. How horrible am I? Selling for over 3 years, and I did not know. Okay, so I know you don't know if you can really see it, but it's warm from the water, and it's just, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like perfect. It's like a beautiful, I always tap mine out before I start rolling, just into a nice circle if I can. Move my salt so I don't end up knocking that over. When I cook, so I have the grinder set, but when I cook, I always just bring out my old school little things. I just take the top off and get salt. So I'm going to flour the top. I'm gonna flour my mat. because yes, it does still stick. All right, and I've got my rolling pin. So here it is. It's got its little holder you can set it on. I don't always use the holder, but like I said, this dough, it's warm. It's so warm, so it just rolls out quick and easy and sticks just like dough. So I just keep flouring as I go. I used to make this big enough where I would make like, I would roll the edges for crust, but I stopped doing that. I stopped doing that and I just leave the crust thicker. So then it kind of makes its own crust as it goes, as it cooks, I guess. I don't like put the sauce all the way to the end. And then it does have measurements on it. So like if you were doing something small, it's got what, 4 inches, 6 inches, 8, 10, 12 inches. Or for my Canadian folk, 10.1 centimeters, 5.2 centimeters, 20.3 centimeters, 25.4 centimeters, and 30.5 centimeters. I don't know if I'm supposed to say the point. Roxanne, you can help me with that one. But I know inches is mainly for us here in the United States. Not many others use the inches system. All right, so there we go, pretty big. And then if it's too big, I'll just roll the edges. See how easy that was? And then I just set my roller back over here. Look at that, perfect. So let's see if I can adjust you guys a little bit without knocking everything over. There's that. So you do say the point, okay. Well, now I know. All right, just throw it on there. And again, with this crust, like if it starts to shrink up as soon as I get it on here, I can literally just squish it, pull it out like this, and it will fit perfectly. Here, I'm gonna move my pastry mat. Let me wipe off this flour so I don't get flour on the bottom of my stone. It'll be a stinky smell. So this one will be half pepperoni, half Hawaiian. I don't have any of that out. I didn't think anybody wanted me to do that part. I mean, if you do, I can do it while we're on here. Up to you guys. You tell me. Sorry, it's hard to see when my phone's down that way. There we go. So see, it just fits perfectly. And then I will put the sauce on it. I will cut up some ham. I've got bacon in there, some pineapple on one half. The other half will have pepperoni. And then my kids prefer theirs out of the air fryer. So I will pull that out and make some cheese pizza on the air fryer. But see how easy and quick that was? It slides off. All right. So, all right. And look how bright I look with my nice light. So there's my pizza crust. Pretty simple, pretty easy. I won't lie to you guys. I'm having a hard time finding these. So you can still do this with just a bagged pizza crust. I mean, you can do it with regular yeast as well if you've got that in your home. I think with regular yeast, you have to let it rise. I'm not 100%, I'm not a yeast person, so I'm not 100% positive on that. Do I put mine in white cheese? Well, I use mozzarella cheese. Is that what you mean? White cheese would be, I guess, mozzarella cheese here. I'm just going to put a red sauce on it, which I don't make red sauce. I prefer jarred red sauce. My favorite pizza red sauce is Prego pizza sauce. And then pepperoni. I'll shred up the cheese, which I would happily show you the shredder, but it is currently unavailable for purchase, which makes me very sad. Hopefully soon, because they just don't push it, buddy. They just brought back a lot of my other favorites. So like my 10 and my 12-inch nonstick skillet are finally back available for purchase. And I use those for everything. So believe me, it's been really hard not to show them off. And some of the rock crocks were brought back. We finally got stock in of them. So that's great. But I know the cheese grater is still on a stop sell. I don't know with... Oh, you know what I do? You know what I do? So... some recipes will have you cook the crust some before you put, your toppings on. I don't do that. what I do is I put one of my racks on the very bottom, and that's where I put the pizza. And then I take my 2 cookie sheets and I put them on the very top shelf, so then it doesn't get overcooked on top while everything else does it. So, oh, I gotta make a barbecue one, Shauna. I didn't think about that. Barbecue chicken. Oh, that one sounds really good. And I don't have cilantro. Next time I get cilantro, I'm totally making a barbecue chicken one with cilantro on top. That sounds so good. Now I want that. Thanks, Shauna. Thanks, I appreciate it. Kelly, I don't have time for pizza dough to rest for 12 hours. Not happening. But anyway, so Roxanne, that's what I do. So I put both of my cookie sheets. Let's see, I don't know if I can get you guys to see my oven all the way over here. Maybe. So I've got one all the way at the bottom, and that's not all the way at the top, but I will pull out the cookie sheets, and I just set them right on top, so then it doesn't get the direct heat on it, so then it doesn't, because the first time I did it, the dough was still doughy. So then I couldn't figure it out, and that's why I used to just put tinfoil on top, and I was like, that's a waste of tinfoil. Cookie sheets work perfectly. Perfectly. Oh, the piece, I actually have never used the Pampered Chef bagged pizza dough. How horrible is that? Maybe I'll have to buy a bag one of these times and give it a try and see what I like better. I don't know, it'd be hard to say like I don't like it if I didn't like it. But no, I've never used it. I've had many people buy it, but I've never used it. I love this stuff. Love it. I seriously, this has been like the best find for me. It smells so good. Like I wish you guys could smell it. Well, all right. Well, I'm going to whip this up. I'll throw a picture on once it's done. Because like I said, the rest of it literally is me pouring sauce on it, shredding up some cheese, cutting up some ham, and that's it. Yeah. An air fryer demo. Well, I am going to do the kids' pizzas in it, but that's nothing, I don't know. With theirs, I buy pre-made crust, so they're like little, I don't know what size they are, 5-inch crust maybe? I think I have some, let's see. Oh, there we go. So I get these little pre-made ones, and I just put one on each tray. Pizza sauce and cheese, because that's all Henry pretty much eats. Evie will eat some of the Hawaiian one, but I just make cheese in the air fryer, so then I have extra cheese. I just ordered another one this size, so I can make a big cheese. So I'll start making, because my kids are getting bigger. Henry eats a lot of pizza, so I'm going to start making a big one, his size, a big cheese one. So truthfully, doing it in the air fryer, it's really easy. Like I will wait till this is down to 5 minutes and put these in. I want to say these take about 7 to 8 minutes in the air fryer. And I literally set it on the tray, put the sauce, put the cheese, stick them in. I think I set it for 8 minutes. At 4, I swap them and let it finish out. And yeah, they come out nice and toasted, and the kids love them. Absolutely love them, especially Henry. And Henry's my pickier of the two. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to finish this up. Any questions, ask. As you all know, I'm trying to hit my ridiculously humongous goal. So if you want to have a party or pass a link around to try and get some stuff for free, let me know. We can still squeeze in April. $70 free if you get at least 200 in orders. We just have to close before like 10 p.m. on the 15th, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, just to give me some time to not freak out about it. So, but it has to be just closed for the 15th. So we have more than enough time to do that if you want. Just let me know. All right, I will post a picture when it's all done. Talk to you guys later. Bye.